Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 of the Overlander giant Overlander truck build. So in the last video I went through all the plans, well not all the plans but a lot of the plans, the general layout plan and what we're going to do and all that. But the first task, as I said to you in that vlog, was the underfloor heating, sticking down and planning that. So as I said in the last video, what my plan is to measure the center of the floor, so from wall to wall, which is here, 114 centimeters, and I've done that all the way down, just put little marks on. I can write on the floor because the floor is getting covered, the walls up to now are not getting covered. So mark the centers down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 50mm either side of this to leave a 100mm gap. That's only really so that it's just spacing these two elements out a little bit, so to try and sort of widen the area that heat is going to cover. Really, I'm making this bit up as I go along, I'll be honest with you. I've never done this before. I've never used this electric underfloor heating. It's 220 watts per square meter. Oh, I didn't know that. It says it on it there. I was wondering about that. Anyway, so then that will give us a total sort of area of 700 mil down the center of heated floor. The customer wanted some floor space to do things like yoga and exercises and all that kind of thing as well, so it'd be nice not to do that on a cold floor. So I'm going to measure this. I've got my ruler here. I'm going to measure that, mark that off, and then we'll be able to put some adhesive down and then stick this flooring onto that adhesive and leave it for a few days. So I'm going to crack on with that now. So hopefully you can see there, you've got our two channels here with the gap in the middle. That means that now I can put adhesive down now. I'm not an adhesive kind of guy. I'm not a plasterer, I'm not a flooring guy. I have bought the specific adhesive, heat resistant adhesive for this underfloor heating. Never even opened the tub yet. I don't even know if I've got any proper like trowels or equipment, so this is probably not going to be the most appealing looking time lapse of me doing it, because I'm just going to make it up as I go along and try not to get too many high spots so that it doesn't affect the flooring finish after, but enough adhesive on so that the underfloor heating sticks to it, hopefully. But again, it's all going to be covered over and it's all going to be fine. So yeah, let's crack on with that. And then that's going to be it for this this physical building of this van. I need to go order some other bits for it today. The Sky Max. So the aircon and the fridge have already been ordered. I've not ordered the windows because I've already said in a previous vlog, I'm going to wait to do the windows. I'm even going to wait to put that hatch in. That hatch is going to go above the bed. I'm going to wait till the bed's all in and everything, and then we can measure it so it's central between the overhead storage and the top of the bed and all that. Let's get the mattress in and all that, so then we know what the top of the mattress height is, and get that hatch somewhere in a good spot, rather than guessing it now or planning it now and then something being wrong later on when we come down to it. So and also, I am not in a rush to cut holes out of GRP. Anybody that's done it, it's fucking horrible. It's fiberglass, it's itchy, it's not very nice. You have to get PPE'd up and all that. I'm not looking forward to that part of it. I've got to order the solar panels as well today. Get them here, get that roof sorted. Anyway, let's crack on. So I'll give you a bit of a rundown on what adhesive I'm using on this as well. And this is this Eurocol 414 Euroflex Lino Plus. I believe it's going to work. It's been recommended to me by another company that I've used it. I've modified this scraper with some little grooves in it, not too deep, maybe 1.5 mil deep. Ideally, I'm going to, as I've already said, I'm going to put this on so thin because I really don't want this floor raised up any, really. But anyway, crack on with that, get this down, leave it to set. So I've done one strip just as an experiment. It's, I believe I've got to leave it for a little bit to go off a little bit, to get it a bit tacky and a bit sticky. So I'm going to do that. I'll do one, see what it's like, stick it down, leave it an hour or so. Just, you know, just keep touching it and make sure that it's sticky or going off, and then also make sure that the sort of plastic of the underfloor heating is also adhering. This stuff's a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. The consistency, I thought it was going to be a lot thicker, but actually, it's very thin. It's not. It's not. So that's better. It's allowed me to be able to spread it on a lot thinner. Again, I don't know if that's fucking right. I don't know if that's the right way of doing it, but we do what we can, and we do our best, and every day is a school day, innit? So we learn from our mistakes as well. Hopefully learn from your mistakes. I always say that mistakes are fine as long as you don't do them twice, because then that's just incompetence, isn't it? Anyway, I'll check back with you in a sec. I think my microphone's turned off anyway, but I don't think I need microphone for this bit. Right, anyway. I've let the adhesive go off a little bit. It is a little bit tacky now, so we're just going to lay this down. And I brought in my wonderful assistant, Jeff. Right, so you can see I've already marked it out. So just yeah.
Would you want me to start?
Well,
with your match?
Just
so that middle bit's going to go down first, isn't it, G? That's it.
Yeah.
I'll pull it two.
Alright. Right,
Just you need to shuffle all that way. That's looking level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do we need to like stroke it down?
Yeah, I might just stand on it, to be honest. I'm going to get some rollers on it, but the adhesive's right thin. It's like not very, viscosity.
Viscous?
No, it seems it slides around.
Oh, it's slippery. How long does it take to go off, Jeff?
Well, I've got till Tuesday now, so hopefully it'll go off by Tuesday.
So I feel like you've had your other knee operation, and now you're doing the recovery, the strengthening of
That's
your
it,
legs.
this has been to physio.
That's the one I was looking for. Come on in. We're just doing physio.
Right.
You just start to walk. You just come out of the womb.
Just making sure I'm
sure?
not drunk.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Working.
Could you blow in this, please?
Go on then. Okay.
You can't say gay now.
No, I can't sit here.
Because you said.
So
Yeah.
I reckon I might have to get a roller on it. I don't think my feet are doing it justice.
No. Go get you a roller.
Oh, it's
Go and get
still
Liam a
thin,
roller.
like.
Save his legs because he can't walk. You just see.
They're in one of the boxes, aren't they? Rollers now.
I don't know where they are.
I might have a roller for you though.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, do that.
Everything that we do exclusive, make sure that it's all inclusive. I was taught make no excuses. As a man, you can't be useless. Man up cause these people ruthless. Hoes down, these thoughts clueless. Lobster Mac, I'm up at roof. Chris, from my tone, you peep the smoothness. In this world, you get the...
Right. I'm going to go around and clean up the edges a little bit more. Just this, I think once it dries, it'll just come off a little bit easier. It's coming off, no worries. But it does show that it is setting now a bit. Because it was very runny before, wasn't it? I'm glad that I did it this way and did one first, to just see how it goes. The roller really helped get some of the trapped air out, and it is literally still paper thin. There's barely a layer of glue under there, and the roller's just pushed all the excess out and all that, so I do believe that the flooring will go over that all right. Well, that's one down, ready to go.
At first I said that I love you and you ain't say that shit back. It's kinda hard to just trust you when both your feelings don't match. Got me showing less emotions, I don't wanna get attached. Once I give you my word, I swear it ain't no going.
My work light's just gone off because the battery's gone in the power bank, but don't worry about that too much. You can also probably hear the glue on my shoes. Mainly that shoe. That's all in. It's I've used the roller, blah blah blah, as I've already explained to you. So we've got 2 layers now, so that's a good area for heating, and I'm happy with that. As I've already said, I don't want to repeat myself too much. I'm going to leave this now to set. I'm going to shut the doors on this van. Going to go upstairs, do some ordering. I'll bring you with me. I'll run you through some of the other plans as well on what we've bought and what we need to buy, and I'll be able to give you some indication of what the layout's going to look like as well. I do need to download this CAD program, so that's what I'm going to go do upstairs. I've also got a ton of woodwork to do on other vans, which I'm hoping we can do next week, especially while the flooring's been done in this, etc. But let's go upstairs and have a look at some of the paperwork. Right, so here I am in the office. I told you that I would give you a bit of a rundown on what's going to happen with this van, or what the plans are, the layout and all that kind of thing. This is my computer, and this is the floor plan and what the roof is going to look like. So as you can see on the roof, we've got 4 450 watt panels, and then we've got 4 120 watt panels. So an absolute, pardon my French, but a shit ton of solar. And then this brown bit here is the aircon unit, and then this is the skylight. As I've said in previous videos, we're going to wait to cut those holes out until all the solar is on, so that we know what we're playing about with. The aircon's a standard size, but depending on what size is spare here, we may be able to get a bigger skylight, and the bigger the better, to be honest, because as you can see, there's no other skylights on here, and that's directly above the bed, which is here. So it'll let in a lot of light, and also be able to get out of it onto the roof to clean solar panels, or as an emergency escape hatch if need be. But moving on to the floor plan. So this bit here is the 45-degree, so the rear of the lorry, and this blue bit is the bed. We've got cabinetry here, places for phones and drinks, and I think the PlayStation and stuff's going to go around this area. Overhead storage at the back there, and then moving on, we have a step, 2 steps here to get into the bed, so the bed's going to be a little bit high, and then kitchen all along there, sink hob, all that business, and then this is the seating area, so we've got seat, table, lots of storage above it. We've got shelves for things like keys, etc., and the doormat there. Wardrobe space and storage. This is a spare area that's going to be kept clear, because there's going to be a cut through going into the cab. We aren't doing that job. Alpine, that built the body of the van, are going to do that at a later stage. There's more things going on this van than I've told you about. I'll just finish doing the layout, then I'll tell you about that. Shower and toilet there, bits of storage and stuff in there, window in there, window behind the kitchen, and then there's the safari hatch here as well. So Alpine, that built the habitation cab thing, whatever I don't know what to call them, hab for short. They're cool company, sort of friends of ours. We've known them a little while. We've liaised with each other on this build while they were doing it, and when it's finished here, it's then going back to Alpine to have a motorbike rack on the back, roof rack on the cab, and the cut through into the cab from the habitation area. So there's still a lot to do even after we finish with it, but I mean, as you can see from this, the changes are actually that this has got an oak coloured flooring, but after liaising with the customer, we're going to go with a dark, so almost dark grey stroke black wood flooring. I think that's going to look really good, especially because the cabinets themselves are going to be black and the doors are going to be brown. So it's going to be a dark-ish themed van. However, there's going to be lots of lighting in there. It's going to be really... It's a big box as well. Also, in here, it shows the walls as a grey colour. I don't believe that's going to be the wall finish. I just need to check that with the customer, actually, because I've only just noticed that on this picture. I think it would be better if the walls were kept white, because then it adds a lot of light in as well. But I'll see what they say. I believe that they said something along the lines of they don't really want plain colours, so white is a plain colour, so we might figure something out. I think it'd be cool if we had maybe like wallpaper or something, or like a feature wall, like make it a bit more, you could have patterns and stuff. I think something like that would be cool. I don't really fancy wallpaper, and especially not wallpapering inside of a fiberglass truck, but that is what it is. That's the way that is. I will try and find now the spec. So, expedition truck, bedroom, Euro size double, safari hatch, charging shelf with 2 plug sockets and 2 USB, washing machine behind the steps. They're going to send that to us when that arrives. Carpet on steps to stop a slipping, curtain to separate the bedroom. Moving on to the toilet, Julka composting toilet, I believe. Cupboard above the toilet, heated towel rail, we'll have to figure that one out. Small fan window, black shower, 1 black wall, and wooden slats on floor would be great. Retractable washing line. So, yeah, relatively standard for us. The only differences are the heated towel rail. We will have to figure that one out as to what kind of towel rail we're going to use. See if we can find a 12 volt or 24 volt one of them. 1 black wall is easy. Retractable washing line, standard. Black shower tray. Yeah, relatively standard. Dinette, foam seats around 45 centimeters deep. That is not right. We make our seats at least 600 deep because that's too small. But that's the customers wrote this anyway, and they probably don't know that. But that's fine. So the seats are 600 deep because that's what to be able to comfortably sit. You need to sort of be able to lounge and sit back. Also, I believe the seating area is going to be raised on a bit of a platform as well, and the water tanks are going under there. Movable table to make spare bed, so the table will pop down into the gap between the seats and make another bed, which then actually cements my that's not going to be 45 centimeters thing, because that needs to be a lot bigger than that if it's going to be a bed. Deep drawer underneath for pantry, 2 200-litre water tanks, and a big window. No dramas. Kitchen, 4x4 sink with basket and chopping board go over the top. Solid wood worktops. Solid wood, hardwood worktop is now actually going to be bamboo worktops, because bamboo is so cool and so hygienic as well. 2 induction hobs, relatively standard. Air fryer. The fridge has been ordered. That's on its way to us now. Just waiting for that. It's back in stock 1st February. Under sink bins and that. Drawers under the counter. Big cupboards in the centre. Window behind the sink. Again, we're going to put the window in after so we can get it bang on central with that kitchen area. and a TV in there for the PlayStation, etc. Wardrobe next to the fridge with drawers. Yep. Front door storage. Wet cupboard by the door. Possibly a heated hanger. So that might be for like wetsuits and stuff. I think got surfboards and all that kind of thing. Yeah, open shoe cupboard with bungee cord. Relatively standard. This is just very specific. 3 shelves of shoes. I think they're going to have adjustable shelves as well. Crawl through hatch we aren't doing, but we're going to leave the space for Alpine to do that. Door area. Window in or next to door. We're going to put it in the door. 2 cubby holes for keys, etc. 3 hooks for jackets. Yep. Victron panels and controls above the cubby holes. So we are going to put a control panel there. So you can see all the water levels, battery levels, all that jazz. But we're also going to have a portable tablet as well, so they can view that from the other side of the truck or even in the cab while they're driving. It's kind of nice to be able to, while you're driving, see that your batteries are charging, see if there's any problems, see if there's any errors while you're on an adventure. If there's a problem, you'd rather be alerted to it before you set off or while you're on your journey, rather than getting there and realising there's been a problem. Garage area, washing machine, plumbing, false floor for batteries, electrics, water heater, plug sockets, heater vent, surfboard and snowboard storage, hex board for flooring in other areas that need it. This is actually going to be having the original oak flooring on the floor, then the electrics, and then a subfloor on top of that, which will be made of hex board. So that the surfboard and snowboard and stuff have a watertight, should they be put away wet, a watertight surface to sit on, and also slip free. Door on both sides of the truck. 3 Fogstar 280 Pros Gen 2. All the Victron stuff, diesel all goes in the garage area. Solar panels, 340 watts, 4 of those, and 4 130s. Possibly they may be what's the word? Tilting. However, I don't think that's going to work because I don't think there's enough roof space for all the brackets and hinges and all that kind of thing. I don't think that's going to work. But that was a bonus if we could do that anyway. But again, there's so much solar up there. I think there's over 2,000 watts of solar. They don't need them to tilt, really. It's a bonus if they can, but they really don't need that. And large skylight, air conditioning, and then large skylight above the bed. Movable shelves in all cupboards. Yep. Attach hooks and bungee cords at the back of the cupboard, so you can stretch it around stuff and all in place. Yep. Fairy lights, absolutely. Need a way to hang our bed sheets to dry, maybe under the retractable washing line in the main area. Yeah, so I mean, things like that can be added afterwards anyway. It might be worth the customers staying in it for a little bit and getting used to the area, and then they can add things like that in as and when they figure out what the space is like to be in and all that kind of thing. Anyway, that's the spec, that's the layout. On the next video, the flooring should be in. We will draw the layout on the floor, and then it's starting. First thing I'm going to put in is the bed front, so that then we know what space we've got for electrics and things like that behind that. We are going to possibly tomorrow, or not tomorrow, it's Saturday tomorrow. Next week we're going to test the underfloor heating, hook it up to a battery and see what that's like. It's 220 watts per square meter maximum, and again we've got a 24 volt system, over 2,000 watts of solar, and massive battery bank. So you can have no trouble powering that, all that stuff. Air fryers, induction hob, even kettle. Actually, it's having a 5,000 VA multiplus, so even a standard house kettle would work in that van. So yeah, massive spec. Stick around. So much more coming on this build. and subscribe and all that. Turn notifications on if you want to be notified when we upload a new video. And I'll see you soon. Bye, Felicia.
I never know where my mind went. Hey, I got a lot on my plate. I got an eye on the prize, and I'ma make sure that we